Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back, once again, to Minecraft for our survival series. I believe you joined me back here on episode 16, or maybe 17. I'm sure I'll remember when I go to actually edit it. Whatever the case, I'm happy to be back, happy to be recording another one. Of course, as always, I'm really enjoying this series, having a great time with it. And we have plenty of things to look forward to in this episode, so I suppose we should just go ahead and get started, why don't we? Now, there were some things in the last episode that I either failed to remember to do, or failed to have time to do. And so I think that this episode is going to be dedicated to actually completing some of the projects that I either absent-mindedly forgot about or didn't have the time to commit to. I suppose we should get to actually figuring out what those are. We do have a few here that we wrote down on our to-do list, on our new to-do list building, namely hunting Enderman and building a cliff base, which we very rudimentarily, if that's even a word, we got a very rudimentary start by digging a hole in the wall about where we're going to be. Not the full base, obviously, but there are some more that I am going to write down on here right now, actually, while I still have them in my brain, so I can actually put away my little list thing. One of them that I wanted to do was build a fireplace in the house. I thought it would look nice. Of course, in that house currently, we don't really have the most room for one, but I will find a place for one eventually. That would also require us to get bricks, which is something that I don't believe we've gotten yet, but I know how to, so it shouldn't be that complicated of a procedure. What else do I have written down? Oh, yes. Make golden apples. Now, I tried last episode to make ordinary golden apples, the ones that aren't sparkly and purple, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. That's because I did the recipe wrong. I looked it up very soon afterwards and found that it's actually golden nuggets that you use to make golden apples, not ingots. So we'll be able to make just an absolute ton of golden apples. Of course, then the limitation is going to be our apple supply, but apples are fairly easy to get considering how much deforestation we do. And they seem to come from pretty much any tree, from what I remember. So whatever the case, we will have golden apples. Also, another thing that I said I was going to do but totally forgot in the last episode is brewing more potions. I had specific potions I wanted to do, and I just completely forgot to do them. So I will mention that and get to it in this episode. And then the last thing I wanted to do, which is a little bit more of a big construction project alongside the cliff-based glass observatory thing, is to build a walkway between farm and fish house. Now, I suppose I should elaborate on what I mean by that. Oops, sorry, my mouse was being a little strange there. This path terminates over here, or at least it turns left up to where the cow enclosure is. We also have this sort of gap in between these two little hill mountain things, which is currently occupied by trees, but I also noticed that it is quite flat and connects pretty handily over to this area where the fish house path leads to. So I think if we extend it out this path a little bit, this one over here, to be about here, because I eventually have plans to make a tunnel through the wall over there, I could make a nice decorative walkway that goes all the way over here, and my plan was to make it out of wood and glass and, oh boy, wow, that was aggressive. Well, I suppose that's my fault for not placing any torches there, but whatever. Just pretend that didn't happen. I did see the creepers in the distance, but I wasn't expecting one to get so eagerly on top of me this immediately into the episode. Hopefully we will actually be able to sleep. Yes, we will. Anyway, as I was saying, I wanted to build a walkway in between that side and that side using wood and glass and water as opposed to the cobblestone that we have been using. I just wanted something a little bit more decorative to add a little bit more aesthetic value to this place. I did list it down as one of my quote-unquote decorative goals, and so I believe that that's probably one of the last things we'll get to in this episode. Just a little bit more of a constructive, mundane thing. But for now, apple time. Because it's very easy, it's a goal we can do very quickly, and then we can cross it off and not have to worry about it. Now, I think you can just, yes you can just make gold nuggets in your inventory. I don't know how many we'll need, but probably that much. Because it's pretty cheap anyway, so I'm not super worried about being conservative with it. Now, theoretically, if I'm not dreaming this up, the recipe is, in fact, this. There we go. That's why it wasn't working. So looks like we can make currently a maximum of 7, because we don't have very many apples, but 7 golden apples is still 7 golden apples. I suppose we could have one as a snack right now for our efforts. Let's see what it does. Ooh, gives us regeneration. Nice. Looks like that brings our health back up and our hunger, which is pretty awesome. So I can put those away in here. And then I think using gold nuggets, you can make them back into gold ingots if you do 9 of them. Yes, you can. So I will just make... I'll keep some as gold nuggets because inevitably I will end up getting more apples, and I'll probably want to make more of them into golden apples. So I'll just keep the nuggets lying around. But that was one goal that was very, very easy to actually tackle because after learning what the real recipe was, it was no more difficult than just putting things into a crafting table and crafting them because that's exactly what it was. So that's one sign we can immediately knock off. Now the next one I want to get to is probably building our cliff base. I could do the potions, but I want to at least get the structure dug out. Hello. Okay. No. Okay. Well, I guess creepers are my friend this time. They keep blowing up my lawn. Not very nice, I gotta be honest. May have to get some of our dirt supply to fix the growing collection of holes. Thanks, creepers. Oh well, nothing I can't fix. Anyway, as I was trying to say before I was once again rudely interrupted, I want to at least get the structure dug out for the cliff base, which means, come on. I need to get my bow and just deal with these people because these creepers are not leaving me alone, and they are all over the places that I currently need to be in. Come on. One more. Or 2 more. Oh, come on. There we go. Whoops. I'll grab that one. And this little bit of XP that the creeper dropped. And that should be okay for now. Hopefully, we can just go up here and actually start digging. Now, I'm just going to dig this whole thing out. I probably want this thing to be 3 blocks tall. Just a little bit more conservative on space because this is really just going to act as a place to put a bunch of furnaces, a bunch of chests, and have a bunch of resources stored away so that way my house can be more organized and have more space in it for just living generally. So we will just mine out all this stone, and then I will probably come in and replace all the walls and the roof with cobblestone. But that may be later in the building process. May not even be in this episode, really, because that's a bit more involved. We'll see. We'll see how much time we have left. Maybe this will take very little time at all, and then we will be able to do it very quickly. I'm not sure. We'll see. I suppose I could... Oh, that's a cow. I thought it was an Enderman over there. I suppose I could take this time to ask how everyone's doing as I mine out this stone, which seems to be a common occurrence for this series. I hope well, as usual. I've been doing fairly well. Been enjoying my weekend and just sort of relaxing as the summer starts to settle in. Of course, I've had work, but that hasn't been too bad. It's a little bit slow, or it was slow this last week, so not too much to worry about on my end. If anyone else is working, I hope it's been going well for them too, or at the very least, tolerable. I know how work can be sometimes, so, you know, you just gotta power through it at times, but I like to make the best of it. Now, this can go a bit longer, so I think I'm gonna make it go a bit longer. I will have to dig out a little more, but it's nothing that I can't do. Oh, it was just those 4. Never mind, we're actually okay. I'll probably make it go until roughly where this coal is. Of course, the eventual goal will be to make it go through the whole mountain part and come out to the cow enclosure where I can have a door to just walk in there if I do so please. That's the eventual goal. I do not know how executable that is in this current episode and its scope, but we'll see. We'll see. If we end up having a lot of time, I may choose to extend this further, but for now, this is probably going to be about the extent of my ambition. Also, I do want to tunnel out through to the other side and have the outside of the mountain range be visible. I actually don't know how far it goes that way. We will see as soon as I get there. I will finish digging out this section, and then I will just do a little tunnel to see what I can see in the other direction. If it's super thick, I will just have to mine for a while. So I'll start here. Just see how many we have to go this way before we get to the outside of the other side. It's certainly more. Oh, there we go. We open right into a tree. But it does appear to work. It is most certainly thicker, but that's no big deal. I will just dig out all this dirt, of which there is plenty. And then I suppose I will go out on the other side to the other end and just dig out to see where we end up. We'll call this room 1 for now. This will probably just be like the main furnace room, if anything. I don't know if I want to keep the basement furnaces. I probably will in the house. So maybe this will actually serve to be where all the main chest storage goes. So my apologies that you can't see anything. I did not have the foresight to bring any torches. I do have 1. It works well enough for now. Dig out. There's grass, so we're close enough. Yeah, so this is going to be a big room. It's going to have a big purpose, too. Let's just dig out all this dirt. This dirt is probably going to be the quickest part. Then the gravel, then the stone. Now, we did get more TNT. So, we could actually use that to aid in our building. Considering how monumental of a building task this is. I'll go check to make sure how much we have, and I'll consider at that point. But for now, I'll just get this dirt dug out by hand, because it's not too bad. I did not consider how much digging this was going to be, but I know now, so we've got a little bit of a task ahead of us. It should be fine, though. I'll probably leave this top layer. It's going to look weird and ugly for a little while, but it's just there temporarily as I, you know, get started here. We are just starting after all, and every building here has to go through an ugly phase before it gets to looking nice. Now, my shovel has certainly seen better days, but it's not too much of a worry right now. I think we do actually have diamonds, hopefully. If not, then we will have to work with iron, which is fine, just a little bit slower. plenty of dirt. Lots of dirt. And that's actually, I think that's all of it. Well, except for this bottom layer, which I need to dig out. Also, I will probably want to trim this tree line a bit, as then I will probably get rid of these 2 trees in the front, so I actually have clear vision in all parts of the glass wall. I think I'll make one whole wall glass, and then the remainder of it will be cobblestone, probably the roof besides, for at least this intermediate part. Alright, and that leaves us with just the bulk of stone and gravel. So why don't we go check our TNT supply and take a little nap while we're doing so, I suppose, so the creepers don't get any bright ideas about helping us. I mean, it might be helpful, but it's also rather unpredictable, and they could do more to thwart us than they probably could to help us. We'll see. We'll see. I'll check the amount of TNT we have. I don't quite remember where it was. Probably in tools or miscellaneous. It was in tools. Okay, so we have 9. 9 could do some work. So I think we will actually use it. Now, in a little bit of my own time off camera, I did do a little bit of experimenting with TNT mining in one of my own separate worlds. And I found an effective method to clear out a very specific area, which involves a weird process that kind of looks like this. You dig out an area, you put a TNT in the middle, you light it, block that, and then run away. And it blows out a 3x3 square without touching anything around it. So I believe I will use that for the bulk of this. As much TNT as we can use, really. It does involve a kind of weird... you do have to kind of mine around it in a weird way, because TNT is particular about where you place it and like what blocks are around it, but it does work pretty consistently. I found the best way to do it is to mine out 4 like this, put one in front of it, light it, and then put another in front of it in the same line. And it typically works most of the time. It seems to work consistently for me, at least. So we will just continue to do it until we have run out of TNT. I'm very glad that we managed to get so much TNT over the series, because it has proved to be incredibly useful. In fact... Oops, not that much TNT. I believe we actually have the resources to make some of our own TNT, so I may do that to continue to help with this operation. That just leaves a 1 block thick wall, which I can just dig out by hand, no problem. Alright. Now we continue in a similar fashion, going this way. Well, not if the gravel has other ideas. I'm actually not sure what it will do for gravel, but I suppose we'll see. Run away. Take cover. There we go. Okay, it looks to blow out the gravel a little bit more effectively, and as a result, blowing out this whole area a little bit more effectively. But no matter. I mean, given my intentions to replace the floor and the ceiling anyway, I suppose it's not the worst thing in the world. And it gets the gravel out of the way, at least. Which I like, so... I should really get torches. I'm gonna go down and do that after I run out of TNT. Hopefully that is... Well, we're coming up on our second to last piece here. Then after that, our last one, and then we will have to go make more. Ooh. We can see the outside now. Yes. We're not that far, actually. Now, suppose I can make this last one make it count. Probably right about here. I'll do it on the right side this time. So it sort of blows that way. There we go. That's all of our TNT that we've gotten from the desert pyramid things. So now, well, A, torches, and B, more TNT. Now TNT requires gunpowder and sand. And I think we do have both of those things, unless I used all of the sand. Oh no, we do have a little bit, okay. Yeah, we're running out of room in this chest because, as I predicted, our supplies of cobble and dirt are growing rapidly. It's fine for now, I just need to be cautious of it. Now we do have tons of gunpowder, just so much gunpowder. Oh, and torches, that's what I need. I wonder if there are any in tools. No, there are not. Plenty of sticks, though. So let's make, I don't know, 40? Sounds good to me. And now, trying to remember what this recipe is. I think it's 4, not 5. 4 sand and 5 gunpowder? Yes, it is. Okay. So let's see what we can do with this stack of gunpowder and this much sand. There's probably a more efficient way to do this, but I didn't choose to go that way, so we're just going to make this work. Looks like that's about all we can do. So 12. I don't think we're actually going to have enough to make 12 pieces of TNT. Nope, we have enough to make 9. There we go. So let's grab all the gunpowder back. 9 pieces of TNT. That's exactly as much as we started with, so it's fine, really. We'll make it work. Now, we could also do multiple levels to this. I think that will be an ambition of mine eventually. But for now, we're just doing this one level. Let's see if we can make this work. Oh, I should have kept at least a little bit of cobble. This should hopefully work well enough. Let's see what it does. It seemed to work pretty well for me. Now this is where it starts to get a little bit more difficult because all this is not 3x3, it's all layers shorter, so it's going to be a little bit more unpredictable as to how it's going to explode. I have another idea as to how I could make it work, but we'll get there soon. Yeah, I want to try something. This part's already pretty blown out, so dig this out. Put a piece of TNT there, excuse me. And then, nope, didn't work. Uh-oh. Well, it didn't work quite how I imagined, but again, I do want to replace the roof, so it's no big deal. I was trying to cover it up, and it just didn't seem to want to work for me, or maybe I didn't click fast enough. But whatever the case, it's a learning experience, so nothing ventured, nothing gained. And I guess it did do the work that I wanted it to do. And it gives us more light, at least. And that means that we really ultimately have just one layer left to mine out, besides the roof and the floor, of course. And then the sides are also going to have to be... Or I guess I could use the sides as they are. This is a fairly big room as is. I don't know if I need it to be fully this size. I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I feel like doing, rather. But all told, that was actually fairly effective for TNT mining. I'm a fan of the process, frankly. And it could probably be used, since it digs out a perfect 3x3 path, if you do it right, of course, to dig like a perfect tunnel straight through to the other side of the mountain, where we could have our second room connecting to the cow enclosure and probably housing furnaces and whatnot. I look forward to it in either case. I enjoy using TNT in this game. It's fun. Alright. All told, that was actually fairly quick to dig out this whole area. Besides this rogue block that I missed. Now, I guess it's time to chop down these trees, since they are in my way. So we can quickly... What do you mean, achievement get? I've gotten that achievement. Whatever, game. Whatever you say. I don't know. This game seems to be kind of dumb sometimes because it likes to reset my achievements. At least on this world. I don't know what I did, but like, it started to be weird. Oh well. Whatever the case, it's not the most important thing in the world. I think that's that tree sorted, so we need to get this other tree. If I can even get out to find it. This one looks to be a little bit bigger. Or at the very least, more chaotic. It's just, it's coming down all the same. So yeah, with these trees that sort of grow out like this, there's a lot of hidden logs that you have to really search to find, like that one up there. Can I reach it? Yes, I can, actually. Ow. Didn't even notice that. Oh, hello, Enderman. I was looking for you. Oh, there's a lot of your friends down there, though. I don't know. If you want to just stand right there. Uh-oh. That's not a fun noise. You don't sound very friendly. Oh, and you went away. I don't know where that Enderman just went, but if it comes back, I will... Oh, hello. You look different. Oh. Come on. Hey. That wasn't friendly. My ears. That's not a pleasant noise. It's alright. It's going away now. Oh, yes. Just as I suspected. This is going to be a mob haven. Until we light it up. So let's do that right now, actually, because I don't want these skeletons to think that this is a cool place to just chill. Because it is not. This is my construction project. Get out of here. There we go. My right click is being weird for some reason. Now we have a little bit of cobblestone. I suppose we could actually just start doing that building endeavor now. Since we're here. We will have to go down and get the glass that I grabbed. Or that I made, but... we can do that in a second. I just want to get probably at least the walls done, because the ceiling is going to be its own task. I will also probably end up building out everything in here out of cobblestone. Like this staircase entrance. I could leave it as is for like a rustic look, quote unquote, but I keep thinking I'm hearing stuff, but I'm not. I'm just hearing the sounds of these arrows falling down. The arrows that are just stuck in the stone. Of course, as we mine this out, we will also end up getting cobblestone back, because, yes. Build out these walls. I'm not sure how far I want to actually make them extend out. Maybe just to the end of this, so it all sort of sits inside the mountain a little bit. Sure. Yeah, we could just have this be cut off. I mean, I'll probably make it look more natural as I get to really building it out, but for now, I'm just getting the structure in place. I should have put all the torches on the floor, but I didn't. Hey! That wasn't cool. What did I say about that? Creepers. They're very silent. I mean, I suppose it's also because my audio is a little bit low, but I guess I need to be extra wary as I dig out here. Because the mobs seem to take great affinity to this place. I suppose that makes sense given its perpetual darkness. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, when this is actually fully built, it will not just be a mob spawning haven. Because I don't want them to blow up my hard work. Now, where does that end? Here? Yes, it ends here. Just build it up one layer at a time. Oop, Not falling in holes in the floor. I'll just fill this whole thing in now because I'm going to want to anyway. Yeah, I'll just fill in every spot in the floor that I could potentially fall into with cobblestone. Because I might as well, because I was going to do it anyway. Alright. I hear spiders. Hello. Yeah, have fun down there. Hello, apple. I would like... There's a lot of apples, actually. And zombies. And creepers. Yes, I see you. Leave me alone. And you. Oh, nice hat, man. Give me that. You didn't. Or at least I think you didn't. I feel like it would have shown up in my hotbar. There's plenty of monsters out here. There's a great deal of them, really. Maybe I should just go take a nap. And then we can come back here in the morning. I would come out here with a cup of coffee, but I don't think that is in this game. There's cocoa beans. Hello. Stay away. The zombie I can deal with. The creepers, not so much. Just stay away from my place of sleep. How did I type WW in the chat? Didn't mean to do that. Okay. Safe enough for now. There's another spider cresting the hill. Oh, I should also grab the glass while I'm here, because I can. That is in other stuff. Yes. Now, I will also have to make that kind of look nicer. It's going to be a little bit hard to explain. I'll just show you. I want to make it sort of a consistent outline of cobblestone rather than a weird, like, half box like the... Or a square without corners like the nether portal. I want to fill these in, at least on the outside. I guess I'll do this whole framework part now, because this won't take very much time. It's just one layer. Just to make it look a little bit nicer from the inside angle, considering that's where we're going to be seeing it from most of the time. It's going to be nice to have it look at least a little bit pleasing. Get these corners. Suppose I could leave this front part of the mountain. No big deal. Dig that out and then just do a whole line of cobble across to make a complete square. And then I can actually start glassing. At least this wall, because that's every surface of this part that I need to actually start placing this. Now, I did say this would be glass intensive, and I was not wrong. So we're going to have to thoroughly light this place, probably with glowstone, but torches will suffice. I'll just have to line the walls with them to make sure that nothing can get in, and there we go. That's a sneak peek of what it's going to look like, at least from the inside. Now to do the rest of it. Now I suppose we could also do this outside wall while we're here, because this one is also fairly close to being complete, and even more so given the fact that much of the roof is missing. I'll have to come back and make it look a little nicer, but no matter. Hello, noises. Nice to see you again. You greet me constantly throughout the series, and I don't know, something familiar at least. And then I will dig out this part. That should be all I need to do. Get this part. I don't know why that piece of dirt that I just ran into scared me a little bit, or not scared me, it startled me a little bit. I was like, I wasn't expecting it, I suppose. Just build this in. Get another stack. There we go. Yeah, of course, it doesn't look astonishing right now, but it's not done. So just give me some time. I will make it look nice. Oops. That was a bit of a mistake. Oh well. Okay. That's both the walls done. I guess I can do the floor now. Now, the floor is going to be a little bit more difficult. I have potential ideas, maybe. We could try it. I'll just do a little demo, see if it ruins everything. Whoops, that was really helpful. See if this does what I need it to do. It does, actually. Okay. That actually kind of worked exactly the way I needed it to, so I'm gonna continue to do that. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to. It just seemed a little bit weird, but it does work. Oh, well, it does also get rid of my glass. Some of it, at least. I do have the glass to supplement, but I would prefer it if it didn't do that. I suppose I shouldn't have put the glass in right now, but I don't know. I guess I'm just lazy. Oh, well. I guess I could do the middle parts first. That would actually probably make it less destructive. And the middle parts are the parts that I really want to avoid doing any work on. Now, it does also blow up the roof a little bit. But it works well enough. I'll just do this until I run out of TNT, or maybe, I don't know. I don't really want to do it close to the glass, so maybe I'll just stop there. Point is, it does work. TNT is proving to be quite a useful tool in this process. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to be. Sorry, my face was itchy there. I don't know why I wasn't expecting it to be useful. It is an explosive, after all, and explosives are used for quarrying and mining. I don't know. I guess it's just my lack of experience with TNT in general, and also in this game, that didn't give me much ambition in it, but hey, it's proving itself worthy of this task. So I will probably continue to use it and craft it throughout the many excavations we end up doing. There is plenty of floor left, but it's not too bad. It's not like it's an unfamiliar task for us, mining out a bunch of stone. Now I can leave this little corner on the inside pretty untouched because no one's ever going to see it. Excuse me. On the top, however, is where I probably do want to fill out that corner because, especially on this side, it's going to be poking out a lot. So I will probably end up filling out the entire thing, just to make sure it doesn't look too awkward from any particular angle. I mean, it's going to look awkward regardless because it was placed by me, a very artificial structure in the middle of a mountain. This is almost like the equivalent of living inside a volcano, which is a pretty good sign that you are in fact a supervillain. If you ever had any ambitions, wants, or serious actions taken towards the process of residing inside a volcano, especially an active one, you might be a supervillain. Just letting you know. I suppose you probably already knew that, but just to make sure, in case any possible supervillains are watching this, and they are worried that they might be going into supervillainy. That's all the stone on the bottom layer mined out, so we can start replacing it with the cobblestone that we just earned back for mining. This is why I like building out of cobblestone. It's because everything you dig out, or most things you dig out, give you the exact thing you need back, and the exact amount of it, to replace it. So it's just infinite convenience. And I don't think it looks too bad. I mean, it's definitely been a theme around this particular base, but I don't think that's too much of a bad thing. If you do, feel free to let me know in the comments. I will endeavor to get a different resource, possibly. Maybe bricks. Though from what I do know about bricks, they are incredibly expensive, and they take a ton of time to get even one brick block. So maybe in the distant future we can choose to make something entirely out of bricks. I mean, I did propose a fireplace made out of bricks earlier in this episode, but that's not a whole, like, base such as this one. As it turns out, I don't actually have enough cobblestone in my inventory, I don't think. Yeah, I don't. So I have to go get some more. Luckily, I know a place. My current stash. No point in going in the mines or anywhere else because we have so many stacks of stone just waiting to be used. It is in here. I'll just grab 4 of them. That should probably be enough. I have 3 in my hands. And yes, I will build this out of cobblestone soon, but I'm just trying to get this main structure relatively finished. I did leave this one stone piece. I will fix that in a second. That will probably come with... yeah, I'll just do that real quick. Of course, now it's very dim in here again, but... I'm just trying to get this whole thing built out. Well, actually, on the inside, a lot of this is relatively unseen because it's all concealed under the top of the mountain. So... we can probably leave most of this side undug out, at least on that corner. Over here, though, is where it's going to be important on this entrance side, because a lot of this dirt is way thinner. Like here. Yeah, here's where it's going to be important. But I think that's about the point where it stops, really, so... we'll leave it there. I will end up coming back and surveying the top of the mountain. If it looks super awkward, I will fix it, but I can't see how it will, at least from my current angle. It is mighty dark in here. Perfect opportunity for mobs to come and invade, given their affinity to darkness, and this particular space, I suppose. They seemed to enjoy it the last night that we tried to hang out with them. Or we didn't even try to hang out with them. They came and forcefully hung out with us. Sometimes even blowing up in our face. But such is life, I suppose, in the world of Minecraft. Now, this top part's a little bit more difficult because doing TNT mining against the force of gravity is difficult. More difficult than doing it when gravity is on your side and pushing your TNT into the ground. Or pulling it there, rather. Whatever you prefer. Getting close to having all the mining done, and then we can replace that all with our earnings and cobblestone. And get right on our merry way to lighting. And then we'll probably immediately... hello? Hey, that's not cool. What do you think you're doing? That's my door. I do not want what you're selling. That was not cool at all. I don't understand what you think you're going to be able to accomplish, but you are not allowed in my house. You know what? We're going to sleep just for that. You okay, Doggy Winkle? You seem alright. You don't seem bothered by much in this game. You're just hanging out. Now, I think I can give you a little snack. There you go. Aw. They love it. Well, you enjoy that while I go to finish building, because that was a little bit of a scare, actually. I wasn't expecting such a noise to befall me in that moment. Luckily, I did react to it when I did. I don't know what the zombie was trying to do. Break down our door? I don't understand why it would do that, but whatever the case, it did not succeed. So, whatever was in there that it was trying to get at is now safe. I'll fill in this little channel because having it in there is, I don't know, probably going to make my brain a little bit unsatisfied. It's okay. We filled it in. We will have to come back and sort of naturalize the terrain again after we thoroughly altered it, shall we say. Okay, that's about, looks like a third of the way done. I believe that was with a full stack of cobblestone. Or a little bit less than half. It looks like the line of symmetry is right where we placed our first block there. Let's just get it filled in here. And then after this roof part is done, I think we can fairly confidently say the structural part of this little cliff room base thing is, for all the world, finished. We will, of course, have to decorate it with various tools and appliances, but that will be quick and easy, considering I know what I want to be up here. And the main thing is chests. Lots of chests. I just wanted this to be a sort of like observatory from which we could observe both the outside world and our inside world, and also a place where we can go up to have deep storage of all of our materials, so that way even the most fervent of zombies will not be able to access it. To accomplish this, I'll probably install a fancy iron door. At least that's what I think I'm going to end up doing. I will come back and torch this place in a second, but not as in lighting it on fire, as in lighting it up so I can, you know, see, and also so that the monsters don't take kindly to its interior. Looks like we got to build a little pole up here to actually access the top of this mountain. Even still, it's proving to be difficult. So we can see what work we've done. Yes, of course, it does look a little bit awkward. I may just dig out this whole section of grass that's just hanging in front of it, because it just looks kind of weird, frankly. Now that I'm looking at the way I access this, I probably could have just come in and dug in through the wall. Oh well. I'll just dig that out so it looks like the hill was kind of built on top of it. We'll, of course, have to fill this in a little bit, but we're familiar with such actions, aren't we? This side also looks a little bit strange, but we will mend it. Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit more difficult to figure out, but it should be fine. Just give me a little bit of time to think about it. Better. I like it better. It's, of course, still looks very artificial, but that's fine. I could actually probably line the outside with torches, frankly, because this seems like a prime place for mobs to spawn as well. I really just want to, like, line this whole thing with torches, frankly. So they really know that this is not their place. Yeah, and of course they'll probably stay on the far side of the glass, so they won't bother us very much. This will require more work to terraform. Maybe not. I got a bright idea, and it's a destructive one, but maybe it'll work. Please don't blow up my glass. Okay, not as effective as I would have hoped, but it's a start. Yeah, I guess we'll just do a little bit of it now, because we're here. Might as well. No, I wonder if I did this on the surface. I'm actually just going to build a little preemptive wall so the glass stays intact. Okay, that was actually a lot more effective. If just placing it on the surface actually made it way more broad as opposed to the very fine quarrying that it was doing when we submerged it in blocks. Of course, the result of that is now it looks too dug out, but you know what? I think for now we will leave it. Because, frankly, terraforming is a time-consuming and meticulous job that, I don't know. We've done enough for this episode, I think. I will also build a staircase, or I will use stairs to build up into this because that will make it much quicker to access. I believe for that we will actually have to build it up one higher. And then, of course, because we're building it up one higher, we're going to need to dig out even more. So we have more room for our head. And I think that should just about work. Now I just need to, build the stairs. Oh, right, I remember this now. So we can actually leave that like that because we need to have this be a block. We learned this when we were building the basement first, is that stairs are kind of awkward to do up a corner like that. But we know how to do it. And I believe we actually have a ton of stairs just sitting in, yes, other stuff. My inventory is positively a mess right now, but I suppose that's just the cost of doing such a project. Just, wow. Immediately, the first stair is immediately uncooperative. There we go. That's our stairs done, and now we just need to build in the walls. Just everywhere where cobblestone isn't, we replace it with cobblestone. Logically. Yes, this is another place where we would need it. Then lighting and putting a bunch of chests in here. We will transfer all our resources. Or maybe we won't. Maybe we will just put chests up here as, sorry, excuse me, additional storage. Because, I don't know. I will probably end up transferring most, if not all, the resources currently in my house into here. And then just have like 1 or 2 chests in the house for storing random things that we find while we're out. Or things that are prudent to certain tasks or activities. We can have them readily accessible. But for the most part, I think all of our resources are going to end up going into here. And considering it's not that much farther away from our house, access will not be hampered very much. Oops. If I can even build the path into it, there we go. Just inset into the wall. Now I will have to torch it. I would like a torch to be right above it, right there. There we go. And then maybe little sides on the thing. Yeah, I like that. And it's not hard at all. Assuming I can actually access my tools. And then I will dig this out just so it looks consistent and nice. And get the corner I missed. And I think that should actually be it for structure. Nice. I like it. Now it's all about lighting it up. Lighting it up in a consistent and logical way. Luckily, as we mined out all that coal, we did get plenty of replacement torches. So no worries on having a quantity of lighting. Now, I don't think you can actually place torches on glass, from what I remember. Yeah, you cannot. So we will just line this place so much with torches, as much as we can on the walls. And we'll probably have to put some elsewhere because, of course, yeah, the middle of this is very much not lit. Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to think of ways I could do this besides just putting things in the floor. Yeah, because I don't have any glowstone right now. Yeah, where's the line of symmetry? Right in the middle, right here. Yeah, I've got an idea. Okay. It's gonna look a little awkward and not make a lot of sense at first, but I'm just trying to make it work in a way that makes my brain happy. Whoops, I didn't do the thing I wanted to do. Oh, you can't place it on stairs? Aw. Well, guess not for that endeavor then. I'll just have to place stone in the middle, because I wanted to have like a little pathway that I could place a bunch of torches on. I would do glowstone. But I don't have any right now, and going to the nether was not my plan this episode. Glowstone in and of itself is probably a whole task. So instead we will just line the middle with a bunch of cobble. We certainly have plenty of it. And then I will just cover this whole thing in torches. Hopefully that should provide enough illumination for the rest of the room. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, good. There we go. I feel much better about it now. It is a little close to my head, but that's fine. Awesome. I think that actually concludes the whole construction portion. I did say I would put an iron door in. I did say that. But I didn't leave room. Oh no, wait, I know how I could do it. You can place them backwards. And they're awkward, but they do work. Oh, hello, creeper. Don't do this to me. I thought there was one behind me again. Stay over there. Don't go on my farm. Those farmable goods are not for you. Speaking of my farm, I should probably go give some attention to it. But I just want to get this whole top section done. Now, I will need a button, and for that I need a piece of wood to make a wooden button, or just a button as it's called. And then I need iron. Wow, I got confused there. I should really organize my inventory. I will do that in but a moment. But for now, I need to go up and craft an iron door. There we go. Yeah. Inventory space is dire, but I'm trying to make it work. Oh, I just realized I will need to make 2 buttons. Okay. I don't need that dirt, really. So the door can go... Oh, I totally missed that. Oops. Well, it's fine. We'll just pretend that never happened. And it even gave us our piece of coal back. So now that's there, and then we can use our 2 buttons. One here to get in, and another one there to get out. Awesome. And now, given the amount of wood in our inventory, we could probably just fill the chests in right now with what we have. Yes, thank you for giving me the achievement I swore I already had. Oh well. This game's just a little bit silly sometimes. That's 8. I don't know how many chests we're going to end up needing in here. Just really as many as we can make. There we go. That leaves 3 and a bunch of wood. Wood for making something eventually, but 19 chests in total. And these chests will probably occupy this far wall. At least until... Ooh. Why doesn't it want to get placed there? It's a little strange. Huh. Okay. Guess I'll have to space them apart a little bit. That's fine, though. And these chests on the end can be shortened. I need 3 more chests. I'm gonna go make 3 more, actually, because it's easy enough. We've got so much wood, we might as well. We might even have 3 chests in our storage, though those are being used for minecarts. Yeah, we've got 2, but they are in use, so we will leave them well enough alone. Just need 3 more chests. There we go. And I really don't need 1 piece of sand. If I do, I will come back to get it. Just want to make all the chests full, and that looks nice. I like that. It looks pretty much the way I envisioned it looking. And with this should mark at least the beginning of this top room. Yes. Feels good. Feels good having something complete. And it feels good having such a big goal that we can now finally go down to our little to-do list room and cross off. Of course, it will expand, but for now, we can say that we've done it. Now, I'm looking at our time. Looks like we have been for about 45 minutes, I think. Gives us a little bit of time. So, I suppose we could just get started with another one of these. We could do potions pretty quickly, actually. So we might as well, but first, inventory organization, and going to harvest the farm. And then probably subsequently feeding our cows and sheep. Now we will of course start with this raw materials chest, which expands with every passing day. Whoops. We actually didn't get a lot more cobblestone, which I'm kind of surprised by. I mean, I guess we did put all of it back into the base, but I don't know. We got that. What else did we get? No other mob stuff, so we'll leave that. Got plenty of coal. Our iron goes back in that place. We'll put our glass back in here for now. The wood goes back. Plenty of it. Stone stairs. Sticks, actually. What else do we have? Flint, I got a bunch of that. And some saplings. Apples, which we can... I think we actually have the gold nuggets we need to completely make 3 of these into 3 normal golden apples. We should probably just keep these 3 in our inventory, just in case we need a little snack for the road that gives us health. So I'll keep them in my inventory. I'll probably keep them tucked away from all the tools and stuff. But I will keep them up here. I'll also... Tools and armor can house our TNT once more. And this random bow that I got. Everything else, which is the torches, the food, the arrows, the iron ingots, the gold nuggets, and this single block of sand that I can put away. I think that pretty much, that's all the inventory stuff we need to do. So put away these, of which there were many. And now we can get to brewing. Now, there are 2 particular potions I wanted to make. Oops. Which use things that we actually already have lying around, and I should have really kept those gold nuggets on me, because we can use carrots and gold nuggets to make golden carrots, which we can then use subsequently to make potions of night vision. I suppose that makes sense. The old classic saying, you eat carrots, you'll get better eyesight. You can see in the dark. Well, in this game, it's a reality. I think this is the recipe for a golden carrot. Yes, it is. So we'll just make a bunch of them. Probably for snacking on, even though that doesn't seem particularly advisable given they're coated in what is solid gold. 5 should do. I think we only need 1 for the amount of potions we're making. Now to make potions we need water bottles. Now I read also, I was doing some research on brewing in this game. All right, I need to make the bottles. I was doing some research, and I learned that some particular ingredients can also be used to enhance the quality of the potions that we make. Even doing so much as altering the manner in which they're consumed. Namely, I think glowstone makes them last longer, redstone makes them more powerful, and gunpowder can turn any potion into a splash potion, which means you can throw it. And given the fact that there are some harmful potions in this game, I suppose that could be useful. Sorry, let me just put that away. Now, where is our nether wart? There it is. And then another thing we could do with these blaze rods we got, I think I will actually grab glowstone and redstone. I don't know if I need any gunpowder to make splash potions, because all these potions are beneficial to me. Now we can use blaze rods to make blaze powder. And with blaze powder, we can make, I believe it's a potion of strength. So since we have 4 water bottles, well, I guess we can put 3 in and then load them to make 3 awkward potions and then do the last one by itself. But then we will make 2 potions of night vision and 2 potions of strength. Now, the night vision I'm probably going to want to extend. I don't know if there's a strengthened version of it. I do know there is a... Of course, I do know that there's a strengthened version of strength. No matter how redundant it may sound, there's a strength level 2. And I probably want that one, because strength increases your damage. And having more damage, especially in quantities that are increased in that manner, sounds preferable, instead of having it for longer, because when I need a potion of strength to make me hit harder is probably in a moment of intense combat when it's all going to be over in 30 seconds anyway. Let's see if I'm right. Okay, well, the blaze powder is doing something to these awkward potions, so I hope I got it right. This is the part that I kind of got lost on in this game, but through research, I'm trying to make it work. Now, do I have any diamonds? No, actually. Well, I have 1. But that's our special diamond for display purposes. Yes, okay. And then I think it's redstone that we need. We'll see if I'm right. This is all weirdly, it's strange to me. I'm gonna take a sip of my drink while this is happening. Okay, we're back. These sessions always make my throat hurt a little bit. Let's see what it did. Oh no, that's the one that lengthens it. Okay, so we actually want a glowstone. This should hopefully give us a potion of strength too. Don't know for how long. We'll see. So now we know that. I should really write that down on like a sign next to this. I do have a lot of signs laying around. So you know what? In this empty space to the left, I will actually put a sign that tells me how to do all these things. There we go. Strength 2 for 1.5 minutes. That looks like what I wanted. Now, into this, we load our golden carrot. I'm actually going to go... sorry. I'm going to go get a sign right now to actually do that before I forget. I would put it on the to-do list, but it's so mundane that I really don't need to. I should just take 1. I can break this off, actually, and put it back because we've already pretty much done it. Run inside. Okay. The mobs are most certainly not leaving us alone. We need to light this place up way more thoroughly than we already have. Yes, Doggy Winkle, I know. I'm concerned about the mobs too, but they seem to leave us alone for the most part. Now this gave us potions of night vision. Now this is the one we want to put our redstone on. So let me write this down. Redstone equals... Oh, I don't have any room. Redstone equals duration. Glowstone equals strength. There we go. That's good enough for me. I can put away these potions for when we need them. And really all these brewing ingredients can go in here because why not, frankly? And just wait for this to finish brewing and see that it gives us 8-minute long night vision potions. There we go. Put those away. Put away our redstone. And then we can go up and put away all of our other stuff. And that's our potion goal done. I don't know when I'll need those, but it will happen eventually. Oh, I also have extra glass I didn't even know about. Oh, right, because I was making bottles. I totally forgot. Oh, well. Put away these carrots. Then the gold needs to go back down in the... I keep making that mistake, running into the wrong room. My camera, like, whips around whenever I leave my inventory, so it always throws me off a little bit. Put this stuff down here. And now I think we can actually get on to... What were the next goals? Well, we had the fireplace, but that was a little bit of a more long-term goal given the lack of real space for it in this house. I would have to pretty seriously renovate probably one of these whole walls, probably this one, to make it work. Or maybe when this wall is free of its chests, I can make it be that one to have it be closer to us. So I think, in actuality, I'm going to want to do the little pathway goal. Now, I wanted to build it out of oak wood. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of oak wood. But fortunately, I am growing oak wood trees in the exact path that I'm going to be building through. So I can take this time to quickly harvest them. There we go. Now, I did actually get a bunch of oak wood while I was out building the cliffside observatory thing. But then, of course, I turned all that into chests, so we lost it. But there is also a whole forest full of oak trees just outside our front door. So if this doesn't prove to be enough, we will have enough eventually. I wanted to build this whole thing out of oak wood planks. I have a specific way I want this to look. We'll see if I can execute it. There are, of course, plenty of leaves in the way as well. I'm almost tempted to try and light them on fire, but I feel like that's going to inevitably do something horrible to something else on accident. Oh yes, the farm. How could I forget such a thing? Let's just get all this wheat. This is what's most important for this particular session after all, just feeding the cows and the sheep, making sure they're happy. And of course making more for us to get resources from. Now, the cows are a little bit more difficult, of course, because they don't give you resources until you kill them. But there will probably be a day at some point in one of these episodes where we cut down on our numbers quite a bit. It just has to happen eventually, so we'll wait until that day happens. But for now, we'll just keep feeding them, making more cows. Cut down our pumpkins. Just 2. The melons don't seem to get chopped down any faster with anything, so we'll just punch them. Melons are nice, but they don't restore a lot of hunger, so I don't ever carry them around. I would rather just have the baked potatoes. I suppose we could have a few, though, just as a reward for our efforts. Scratch my hair there because I was itchy. Alright, now let's go up and feed our cows, run out and feed our sheep, and then we can actually get started with that goal that I had. And hopefully by the time we're finished with this, it should be... all the leaves should have decayed. Just gotta spam right-click. And we're out of wheat. Good enough for me. Oh, tons of experience, though. I should really run through the cacophony of moos. Alright, and now I actually have to go get more wheat to go feed my sheep. Luckily, there's not as many of them. I think there's only 3? Maybe 4? Once we get 4, we can actually start making more than one. Yeah, I've got a little bit of wheat. Works well enough for me. Hello? No, not you. You've got plenty of grass to chew on. Okay, dramatic violin sting. Just give all of you... Oh, we do actually have 4. Okay. There we go. So now we have 2 new little sheep. And just leave them to graze. I will come back and harvest their wool eventually, but for now we're very focused on other things. And yes, most of the leaves have in fact decayed, which is great for us. Now, I think I want the center to be about here. So this is our block that we're aiming to do. We're of course going to need more stone, but for now, let me think about how I want this to look. Yeah, I want it to be 1 higher. Nope, not like that. Just a little pathway. I'll probably have to dig this out, but no matter. Plenty of yellow flowers over here. It's just like yellow flowers are never the ones we end up needing, but I will need a few for this particular structure. I just want to make it be a nice, peaceful little path through in between the mountains. And that, of course, will also involve thoroughly lighting it up because the monsters seem to enjoy this particular part of our state. Well, we'll let them know that we own it. My diamond shovel is on its last legs. Probably going to break right about now. We'll have to go get another one. Or maybe if I thought ahead, I actually already had all this in my inventory. No, I did not. I'm just going to go craft one right now. Because I don't want to be... I don't want to have to run back here anyway. My iron is downstairs. I'll just grab... I'll grab 53, why not? That's probably enough. Probably enough to make 1 shovel, I'd think. Where are my sticks? There they are. Totally lost them. That should be enough. I want to give this pathway a pretty wide space. This will be the end of our Unbreaking 1 diamond shovel, unfortunately, but it had to happen eventually. I'll try and make this look slightly less artificial. There we go. Now we need to do the same thing for this side. Give it a 2-block wide path. Let's do the raw mining first, and then I'll make it pretty. There we go. Now switch to the iron shovel, which isn't particularly that much slower. Let's have a nice little pathway through this little grotto. I have a particular way I want this to look. We will make it happen. It does look like I definitely shaved the mountainside here. That's because I did. Let's make it look slightly less so. As the grass grows back, it'll probably end up looking nicer. Now, I also do want to make this whole pathway wood, which means we will end up having... Excuse me. I do also want to make this whole path in the middle here be wood planks. So, it seems fairly likely that we're going to have to go get more oak trees. But that's easy enough. They are right on our doorstep. This out. Plenty of digging this episode. Digging and mining. But that is a lot of the game, after all. Ah, my hair. It's making me a little itchy. Sorry about that. My apologies. This actually works out to be a perfect level with the path, which is great. Well, actually no, this is raised, so it will be one above, but that will be a very easy thing to transition between. Just one slab and it should be fine. Oh yeah, this is going to be resource intensive in and of itself. What? The shovel came back for one last redemption arc. It came back for one last chance at helping me. Well, thank you, Phantom Shovel. Your service was well appreciated. I've never seen such a thing happen in this game before. Okay, well, I guess it just wanted to help. Thank you, Faithful Diamond Shovel. Yeah, I need more wood. Okay. Let's go to sleep. Then we will get more wood. Yeah, we're going to have to get a lot of torches, too, because this whole area in the middle has been dark. We hit level 30. Nice. If only we had a shiny new diamond shovel to enchant with those 30 levels. We don't. We will eventually, as we get more mining. My inventory is a mess right now. I just need enough room to... I just need enough room to actually, like, hold the wood. And then I got one more apple. I'll turn that into a golden apple later. Whoops, that was funny. I pressed my control key on accident. That's enough room for now. So let's just go chop down, like, I don't know, these oak trees. I don't know if this is going to be enough. In fact, I'm pretty positive it's not going to be enough. But we'll see what we can do with it. Maybe it'll end up being the perfect amount. I don't think so. I will also need more glass for this, but that's not a big deal. 44. Yes, okay. Just make the same sort of gateway as on the other side. There we go. I should replace this with a single piece of dirt if I had one. Now I do. Oh, I need more than that, though. I need a couple pieces of dirt, actually. Luckily, I have plenty lying around from the efforts that we just made. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually don't know how wide this is, but I'll do spacings of 5. You'll see what I'm trying to do here in a second. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 1, 2, 3. Okay. I suppose I could extend this back a little bit. Just 2. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain what I want. I want like little channels of water on the side of this. I think it would look nice. I just have to actually like build it out first for it to make sense in my brain. That should make it even. Spacings of 5. Nope, and then we need a little bit more of this. Yeah, I'll mine out this corner too. Okay. This one's lowered a little bit. I could just take these little pieces of dirt that are just lying around. Oh, I actually had plenty. Oops. Yes. Do that. Okay, yes, we are definitely going to need more wood, but I will finish it by the end of this episode. So let's go run off. Let's go run amok into the forest. And... okay, it's actually a little bit difficult given the wall we've built for ourselves. we'll just have a little temporary doorway into the meadows. Chop down, I don't know. We're probably gonna need 10 trees worth. Just enough until we get like 40 logs. That's gonna give us plenty of wood. Then we'll need glass, water buckets, and flowers. Now, I could just use yellow flowers given how many of them we have. And red flowers are so rare, apparently. They're not common, at least for me. I might have a few lying around. Also, I did not mean to chop down this birch tree, but wood is wood. I don't know why I left that there, but I'll take it. How many do I have? 28. Probably do 3 more trees. And this forest is looking a little bit leaner, but of course we can always replant as we get saplings. We got plenty of them lying at home, so we'll eventually come around to replant all of this and make it just as pretty as it once was. But for now, we're just going to use the trees that we've got. That should definitely be enough wood. And we only need planks, so we can just craft them straight into them. The nice little hole in the wall. Kind of funny, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Okay, now I just need to build up each of these in a similar fashion. Can't reach that. Ouch. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain what I'm trying to do without just doing it. Fall back onto that so I don't get damaged. Yes. It is fairly long, but I like big structures, I suppose. They give the place more character. And the bigger the structures are, I guess the nicer it looks. I don't know. I just like building in this game. It's kind of soothing. And I build in between these. I think I saw a particular image of someone who had a garden in this game that had a similar structure to this. Not exactly like this, because it was like a closed space, but they had a particular way of building it that looked kind of cool and that I liked. And so I suppose we are going to try to emulate it here. Now this middle part is going to be glass. Oop. I will leave the beams in between the sides of the arches because I like it. Or I guess I will leave the arch. I will need more dirt. I'll just grab a stack and a bunch of water. That's what I will need. No, that's not. We don't need a mailbox, and that is not a very effective one. Oh, we do actually have 12 red flowers lying around. Water. Okay. I'll grab all of our water buckets and a stack of dirt. We really don't need the rotten flesh in our hot bar, so I'll replace it with baked potatoes, probably a much more desirable food. And just as a temporary thing, I will build an infinite water source here, but I'll fill it back in as soon as I'm done. Just get as much water as we dare. Now we will also need to build out to this so the water can actually, fit. Yeah, that's okay. What I just did there might look strange, but it'll make sense in a second. Okay, so I want probably these. So I want every other space to be little water channels. And then the spaces that I don't fill with water are going to be lined with flowers. Okay, I can do 3. That actually works out fairly well. So I can just fill out each of these in my inventory, or my hotbar rather. And it's quite easy. Just got to keep doing this for all the ones that I do with water. Now, I wonder if I can use this as an infinite. Oh, I can. I can use this as an infinite water source. So I don't actually have to keep going back to that one. That's quite useful, actually. I didn't know that. Makes this whole task quite a bit easier, because I don't have to run back and forth, which I did for the farm, I believe. I also want a ton of torches. I know where I want them to go. Oh, I should have grabbed glass. Oops. I don't know why I didn't. I mean, I know why, because I forgot. I don't actually know if we'll have enough torches for this. Well, we can always craft more. We got plenty of coal. A lot of torches, but I do not want mobs to spawn here. That would be very bad. I don't have any coal. Okay, let me go grab torches. And glass. Of which we have plenty. We have so much glass, it's not even funny. Oh, nope, you sit. Sticks and coal. Oh my goodness, my inventory. I'll just have to put that in there temporarily. I really do not need this much torches. I'll just make 56. Seems good enough. Yeah, my inventory is a mess. My apologies. But I will organize it before the end of this episode. I just want to get this particular thing done. Because it's a big thing, and once I get it done, I will end the episode. Yes. Now it's very well lit. Now, we will need more flowers, but it should be fine. I suppose we could do it all with water, if I don't want to go hunt for flowers. Well, let's just see if I can actually do it with the amount of roses I have. Oops. Oh, I can. It's perfect. Okay, you know what? I think I may just leave it like that, because I've done enough resource hunting today. Now I just fill in the roof with glass, and I think that's just about it. Hopefully no mobs disturb me. Frankly, it's kind of hard to tell with all the noises in this game. Looks like I will have enough, hopefully. We'll probably get yellow flowers for this in the next episode. Okay. Now it's just a matter of building pathways. We'll go get our cobblestone stuff in a second. Oh, also I should fill in that silly-looking infinite water source. Yeah, I do want at least one wooden slab level. But everything else can be stone, I suppose, which will let me A, organize my inventory, and B, finally finish this. I should really light this place up, because this is just where the mobs love to hang out. Speaking of which, I don't like it when you have a height advantage. That means you can get stuck like that and blow up. Yeah, case in point for why I need to light this place up, and why I built this whole thing to begin with. Mobs love it here. But I don't love them here, so I don't know. I'm trying to make it work. All right. Let's grab our stone building materials. Ugh, my inventory is so bad. I can put away some things in here. Stone slabs, cobblestone. That should be all I need. Oh, I can stack up my buckets, too. Okay, that actually makes this easier. Alright. Now I can just branch off of here. This will probably just have to be a straight path up, frankly. We'll see what I can do. It looks like it'll end up working. Yes, just barely, but it does end up working. Oh, it works perfectly, actually. That's great. Okay, I need the dirt. I will, of course, have to give this thing the corner glowstone treatment when I get glowstone. But for now, let's just get this finished, why don't we? Yes. Oh, that's why it looks awkward, because it is awkward. I forgot the golden rule. There we go. No, not there. Not with a shovel. I think I've got end of recording-itis. I've been recording for quite a while now. I think we've been going for, honestly, quite a bit more than an hour. I'm trying to make it work. I'm trying to not succumb to the immense tiredness of recording for so long. I hope I'm succeeding. Okay, and then it's just the other part, and that's pretty much it. And then inventory organization, but that is very simple. Whew. We've been going for a while here. I should have not put those slabs away because I had the perfect amount, but I've got the wood to supplement. Just make my inventory even more of a mess than it already was. It's okay. Such is life in Minecraft. Ooh, no. Put a torch down so mobs don't spawn. Alright. I think we can now walk through our finished path and take down all the temporary things that we left for us. Admire our handiwork as we get attacked by a skeleton. Not cool, dude. Don't you know how much work I put into this? It's okay. I'm just looking for all the dark spots so I can torch it up. There we go. Alright. Now we organize our inventory and we get out of here because we've been going for a while. We got slabs. Lots of them. We have a ton of slabs. Oh boy. A little bit too many slabs, actually. I've got logs. All the logs. What else do I have? Mob stuff. Plenty of mob stuff, because plenty of mobs have come to greet us and say hello and check out the builds. Well, while I appreciate it, not now. Excuse me, sorry. Ores and gems, this is where our coal goes. And then in here goes our cobblestone. And our dirt. Glass goes in this one, along with our sticks. Lots of sticks. Buckets go in tools, along with buckets of water. And just our iron, and then that should be it. Whew. Hefty recording today, but I'm proud of all the things we got to do. Ooh, and I can actually go cross off some more goals after we're done sleeping. Of course, they're not fully done yet, but the goals are active, and they expand, and now that they're here, I will remember them more keenly. So let's just go knock down that one sign, go back in, and call it a day. We've been working non-stop, and we can finally say that we got most of our goals done. Not all of them, but most of them. Have a snack. of a baked potato. You know what? I'm going to treat myself to a golden apple instead. I think I deserve it. All right. Well, we got pretty much all the goals I said I would done today, which was big ones. We finished the glass observatory in the cliff. We built the walkway between the fish pathway and the garden. And what else did we do? We made golden apples and potions. That was pretty much it, but those little goals added onto those big ones give me a pretty satisfying result in my opinion. All right. Well, I'd like to thank everybody very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, maybe consider putting a like on this video or even hitting subscribe on my channel if you want to catch the future episodes. I am continually grateful for the support and the advice that I've been getting throughout my creation of the series, and I appreciate to see any and all activity in the comments. It always makes me happy. Alright, well, as always, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.